Greetings and welcome back to our CK3 Legacy of Valyria series. So, last time we came of age, here we go, and got stressed out because of it. Growing up was hard, alright? But we did get like our first love, which was a crush, which I'm assuming we'll get in the event, because we typically do. Who was our crush? Visenya, that's it. Yeah, once she comes of age, I'm pretty sure we'll get. I think it was Visenya. Sorry, it did take a little bit for me to come back to this series. I do apologize. It was Dana. I think it was Visenya. I did miss last week, which was not my intention, but you know, life happens. But now we need to definitely get rid of the stress. Like, we really need to get rid of some stress here. So I'll need to find... Oh yeah, I still have no idea why we only got Skilled Fighter and then we had Brilliant Strategist when it said the opposite, basically. But whatever. But we are of age. It's time for us. Needs to be your friend, best friend, lover, or soulmate. Oh yeah, we need... That's what we were doing. We were straight up going for here, so we can get the befriend and then befriend Seraphina to learn magic. Maybe that'll help us get rid of stress. I don't know. Could be useful, I'll be honest. We're gonna need a lot of prestige for what I have planned anyway, so having the majesty focus kind of works out for us. But in the meantime, let's see here. We don't have any money, so that's not great. Can we raise... we can raise our men. But we cannot raid, huh? That's unfortunate. That is kind of what I was hoping for us to help get us some cash. If we take a look at the Imperial Doctrine... slavery, male adultery, deviancy, kinslain, clerical doctrines, imperial zealotry, and broken crown. Okay, until someone claims Valyria, we can't. That's why the stress gain and stress loss factors really hindering us, I'm gonna be honest. But it's fine. It's whatever. We just need some cash. We are making a little bit of money. So there is that. What do we need? 180 for a hunt? Ugh. I really should not have spent the money we had buying this. Yeah, it'll give us some extra cash. So hopefully... it'll work out in the end, but god damn. Well, until something happens, I was recommended we should do the strength and bloodline, you know, immediately start getting the strong blood stuff going. So, and if we want, we can give ourselves a new nickname somewhere. Thought I had it. Range introduction. Do I not have the nickname mod? Don't think I do, but I can always change it or add that in later. Okay, so we could arrange some marriages like this. So I'm just curious. Inheritable traits. Only 4 with inheritable traits. Gogosite, Tolosi, Carthene, and Hartalari. Carthene, you know, for being, you know, the pureborn Cartheni and everything, you'd think they'd have more stuff in their culture. Unless it said Cath. Maybe I was wrong? You know what? Let's just see. Find title. Karth. Carlsfort, Kargos. Alright, so Karth is not actually in here, so never mind. So with that said, alright. Who else is there? Because we should try to obviously get a High Valyrian. Or at least a Valyrian. A Mantarian is kind of pushing it. Got Valyrian blood, but not fully. So let's see here. Culture. Let's go with Valyrian heritage. I think that's actually just about all of them. I'm seeing a lot of Mantarians, a lot of Essocies, a couple Tolosies. Yeah, a lot of Essocies. There's one Westerosi right there. A saucy Illyrian. Well, let's sort by age then. I'm assuming we can only do introductions once we're of age and they're of age. Okay. Is there rank? Alright, so we have some that are actual lordships. I mean, 28 stewardship. She's just 32 though. Alright. We can hold off, I guess. We need to lower the stress anyway. Any way we can, so we'll just figure it out, I suppose. Oh, we can hold a mystical communion. Let's hold a mystical communion and then potentially lower stress, maybe? And it did not lower stress. We got divine guidance, but the stress gain and stress loss help is actually really good for us now. Oh, it's because we are a wise man. All right, fair enough then. Oh, she is a woman now. It has been a good while since I saw my old heartthrob Visenya. Then I see her enter my court, looking as resplendent as ever. A vision of the 14 realms, if ever there was one. I feel my heart begin to race, and my palms sweat, just as they did when I was a boy. My knees are weak, arms are heavy. It's hard to believe that she's the same girl I would fawn over in my youth, and harder still to believe that my feelings are unchanged. Perhaps I ought to finally make my feelings known. I'm gonna confess my love. I profess my love to Visenya, and she leans into my ear and whispers her affections right back to me. Aww. Young love. We'll see how long this lasts. I'm overjoyed and simply astounded that our love was able to transcend the folly of our youth. Hey, we gained a lover. Ooh. Lose 15. Ultimately not a serious. Oh boy. Awaken in my bedchamber at Oros after a night spent with Visenya. It's about her standing not far away. She's staring out the window with a troubled expression. I'm not unhappy about our arrangement, my lord. Quite the contrary. Yet we are not husband and wife. I'm your lover. If anyone should learn about us, I suppose I just need to know what this means. Why does it have to mean anything? We are here for our own pleasure. Oh, now she loses 24 stress. I'll lose 15. Ooh. Losing the stress would also be good, but would we? I don't know. Yeah, she's High Valyrian, flames of passion. No congenital traits, but we can have multiple wives, so it doesn't really matter if our first wife is not highborn. Some people might look down upon that, but all right, I'll do whatever it takes. I'll look for other opportunities to lower our stress. And we finished deepening the bond with Valyrian. Now I can befriend you without any problems. We do need to train Valyrian more, but it's fine, it's whatever. I do have it notified. Oh, okay, good. Because I would like to know when I can do that. Don't care about using them. Don't need to establish house traditions just yet. No Meister's gonna want to serve us. Peruse the artifacts. Market. If we had artifacts to sell, I would. But unfortunately, I do not. All right. I did not know that we could not raid. I'll be honest. I was kind of banking on that, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Come on. Just like old times. I broke on a reverie by Visenya. Do you remember all that time ago? We even made pledges to marry each other if we were still unwed as adults. No matter what I do, I'm gonna lose stress. I'm gonna gain stress. I don't. Overwhelmed by stress. All right, we'll exercise the devils. Yeah, sure. All right. The sinner comes at a cost. Hey, at least we befriended her. Maybe friendship will be helpful. Let's ask for blood magic. It's fine. We can be disgraced. We're young. We're 17. Dear Lord, not going good with the stress. Why were we so stressed as a kid? Ugh. And there we go. We've gained blood magic. That was kind of easy. Not gonna lie. Minor life force. Spend minor life force to attune your blood magic towards a particular blood mage trait path. Okay. Enhance education. Devoted servant. Improve our education traits. Oh, that could be good then. Blood runes. Spend life force to attempt to improve one of your education traits. Spend life force to permanently enhance your physical and mental attributes. That should be probably good for getting rid of stress, I'd say. Alright, well, we can set... No. In the meantime... I just want to see something. I don't think... Scene... Where is it? Pose. Yep, no, we can't see our Valyrian sword. That's just a problem with the mods. We have too many mods, I think. Alright. I don't know why this is here. We don't have any historical lands. We could request a bank loan. So that could... Do we want to take a loan, though? That's kind of disgraceful for us. We're almost actually... at enough so that we can go on a hunt, so I think we'll be fine. Hopefully. We'll see. Oh, a bastard. We'll keep it a secret for now. Yeah, Visenya's gonna be disgraced, but it's fine. I can, pardon, can I not? No. I figured I couldn't do that one, but never know, right? And we'll recruit her as a spy too. We can ride Valyrian. Ooh, we'll gain training, or we can lose. Yep, sorry, I'm gonna take the one that helps us lose stress. All right, 30 more gold, and we can go on a hunt. Potentially lose more stress, and that'll be fine. Things will be fine. Oh, Visage of Dawn's Beauty, our daughter of Visenya. Magic adept, robust, genius. Do we want to expose at the moment? We won't expose at the moment. We live with Visenya and we lose 30 stress. Even though Visenya is part of my court, it's not often that we get to spend the day together. The need for secrecy demands that we spend as much time as possible apart. In fact, to do so as to not arouse suspicion. Today, however, was not a day like most others. It was quiet in the castle for once, and most of the court was well occupied with other matters. I know just a place we can be alone. As I looked around for the groundskeepers, I saw none. I sent them away. How she managed such a feat, I didn't ask and didn't care. I too like the garden, and all right, you know what? This is way more manageable than nearly level 3. So plus, as soon as we do a hunt. Oh, I suppose I should employ a master of the hunt. It would be helpful. Hey, Gore. Now, let's do... I would like to do a pilgrimage, actually. What? Do I want to save up for the pilgrimage? All right, let's just actually see. Plan pilgrimage. Worldly pilgrimage. If we wanted to go places, we can't really go anywhere except the farthest we can go is Dragonstone. Expensive. 274. But if we added altruism, reflection, zealotry, share your conviction with others, zealous, generous, and improvident. Oh, it's one of those fame traits. Okay. So if we wanted to do reflection, travel speed, you will earn more piety. Piety is actually going to be useful with our magic stuff, I guess, but... And then if we wanted to customize our route, so let's see where we can go here. First off, yeah, taking flight. Nowhere else. Yeah, take flight. It's so much easier to just fly. This will demonstrate our greatness. Cultural ambassador actually could be useful to get people to join us. So we would do that. Then we would customize our route. So where would we go? Go to Manterrace. Would we want to go to Valyria? Actually, no, not like that. That's a weird. We would go through here, then we'd automatically go through here. Then get over here to Volantis. And we just missed this one? Nah. That's fine. The stewardship is actually useful. Maybe we should go for that one. And we'll go to the Temple of Trade. Lease. And then... what else? Where else are we going? We go that way. Did we get here? No. That's fine, it's fine. Continue all the way to Dragonstone. Then after Dragonstone... what is this? May uncover a mystery surrounding the Doom. May rediscover lost magics. Go that way. Head to High Hill. Martial lifestyle. I don't want the martial lifestyle, I'll be honest. I want stewardship. The chosen of the celestial bodies. Alright. We can go and do a stewardship travel later. So what would we need? We need 281 gold. So basically 100 more gold. Alright. Ooh, we learn a Magister's secret. Perfect. I sent our spy master to Volantis to find secrets. We'll blackmail him. Nice. Now we just need to get the intrigue so we can get money from our blackmail. Alright, so remember our path for this one for now, because it's gonna go away. I wish I could just save it, you know? But I don't think so. But once we have about 300 gold, we'll go on a pilgrimage. That should help us lose stress. That should help us rediscover all this magic stuff. I think we'll be good. Oh, now I can do minor stuff because it's with magic. So what if I did befriend, murder, goad? No, I think it's got to be in our own court. So Miguel, 34 years old. Oh, she's a leper. Okay. I was about to say, she gain 1 trade experience in hematurgy. He successfully harvested a portion of her life force. So if she kicks the bucket, she kicks the bucket. Can I do it again? Yeah, I figured I couldn't. All right. And can I do it to say someone else? Say Vagon. Nope. Couple months though. All right, that's fine. Oh, now that we actually do have, we did take the life drain. I just realized. Channel minors for a small temporary boost. Spend minor to attune your blood magic towards a potential. All right. Let's say if I wanted to go to Vagon here. And then we've harvested that. Nice, nice, nice. Is there like a counter for us so we know what our magic stuff's all about? There we go. Minor life force. Minor life force 2. So we have 2 minor life forces. Tune to ancient. You can only have 1 at a time. All right. Enlightenment. Monthly lifestyle experience would be useful. Bloodline. All right. So good for the renown. The piety. Benediction. The prestige. Not bad. Not bad. Because we're going to need prestige to create, you know, kingdoms and whatnot. Gaining the prestige would be useful. Although immediately the lifestyle experience I think might be good. So let's just see here. The crimson essence within my veins pulses with potential waiting to be directed. By tuning my magic to a specific aspect, I can strengthen my connection to that particular facet of blood magic, potentially hastening my mastery of it. Alright. Extend my years in wisdom of ages. That's the piety. Enlightenment. Quicken my personal magical development. Yep. Bloodline. My dynasty's magical heritage. My healing and enhancement capabilities. Sharpen my skills in harvesting life force. Yearly chance to gain experience in the hematurgy blood mage trait. We have a couple, obviously, since we've just done it. What do we need? 10 for that, for hematurgy. Let's go for ancient. Let's see what this does. Here's fertility, life expectancy, bloodline. All right, let's go for enlightenment for now. We'll go for that. And we'll just see what we can do. Oh, if we wanted to lose the minor life force, we can channel diplomacy, enhance 1. So basically, get 4. Ooh, channel the experience gain. Yeah, let's do that. Channel experience gain for 5 years. Let's just keep increasing our perks and everything. Should be helpful down the line. And Valyrian, what can I do with you? I could grant you life force. Make into a crimson warrior. Make them a blood mage. Yeah, obviously dragon. Also, apparently I chose a bad trait for Valyrian. Imperious is not the greatest trait, as I have been told. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about the dragon traits, so It is what it is. Oh well, right? I can see the effect our relationship is having on Visenya. She's an honest woman at heart, so the strain of having to constantly lie time and again is clearly eating away at her. I can see how it stresses Visenya to the point where it's affecting the love we have for one another. I wish this was easier on her. Gains 33 stress. We can pet our dog. You know what? Gains 50 gold. Alright, it's gonna cost us 50 gold to raise her to nobility. What if I just, you know, straight up just married her? Matrilineal marriage. No. The secret will haunt me no more. Married a lowborn. We lost 200 legitimacy. Fine, it's whatever. We don't have any vassals. We're already higher than our expected legitimacy. It's fine. It's fine. And for 150 prestige, we can hold off on Visenya, I guess. I let Visenya name her, so you know, up to her. Oh, nice. All right, so we did get the confidence, 5% stress to maximum friends. We need to find more friends. Heart of the family, benevolent intent. Let's immediately get groomed to rule for any future children we'll have. Is there anyone of interest that we would want to, say, befriend around? And by that, I mean anyone I find interesting. Which means anyone who's actually useful. New guess. Alright, we could declare war. Free slaves! Totally what we want to do, draconically conquer. So conquering actually would actually be useful for us to get Valyria, because we're not gonna get all of Valyria just sticking to Oros, and since we can't raid, conquering actually might be good. And then if we're gonna do that, starting on the right side here where there's not many other people who would dislike us. So Nugis, Astapor, Yunkai. Going for, say, Valyria, actually. 68. We must not be disgraced. We're almost established. All right, it's fine. We have a dragon. We'll be able to do this. It's going to be fine, and it's going to be all good. We have plans now. I didn't know what we were going to do to begin with, but now we have plans. 50 more gold. We're going to go on a pilgrimage. And, yeah. We married our love. Overall, I think we're doing fairly well. Actually, before we decide on where, like I said, we're probably going to go immediately for Valyria. Valyria is probably going to be pretty good. Small, but it'll give us a bunch of taxes and give us a good outpost, basically, to start for Tolos, Manteris, Marine, and Yunkai, Ostapor, Nugis. So it really all depends on where we go for next. Tolos is the smallest, but they all have about what, 3,000, 7,000 men, 4,000, 2,000, 7,000. Ostapor, really? I thought, all right, you only have 480 on Sullied. Light cavalry, camel cavalry, heavy cavalry, elephant cavalry. Volantis, not as many men as I thought you guys would have, I'll be honest, but it's fine. Speaking of which, Magister Vogus, you know what? Got any interesting potential children that I'd like to befriend for future generations? You're not bad yourself. So you know what? Let's actually take a quick look. All, there we go. Inside. Some of all skills. 60. Dude must have forged a Valyrian sword or something. God damn. Who's your liege? Your wife? You go. Don't have anything for it. Alright, whatever. Magister Jakarian and Nerian. Milk of the Poppy Addict, but overall, he doesn't seem like a bad guy to be friends with. Very prepared heir. Magister Veka or Vashorlin. Greedy. And we already have friends with Seraphin. You know what? Ooh, predict. The issue with that is normally I would go ahead, but I don't really want to, because if it's hard, we might get stressed from it. And that just kind of beats the purpose. Yeah, making friends is going to be harder than I would expect, considering who we are. Fair enough. 20 more gold. So, just as an aside, they don't like me when because I cast, you know, life drain and everything. But it's fine. And wounded, and they also, you know, health penalties. But hey, in order for us to continue on being a blood mage, speaking of which, how much do we have in here? 7. 3 more, and then we're at level 1 for Hematurgy. I still don't know how we get actual regular life force and Crimson Empowerment. So how do we get life force? That's because all we got is minor life drain. Maybe we have to find that spell. That's what I'm betting we got. Do. Oh, perfect. So speaking of which, let's pilgrimage, worldly pilgrimage, all the way to Dragonstone. We'll visit the other dragon lords, right? See what they're up to. Travel option, take flight. Where is a higher cultural ambassador? And yeah, we'll stick with reflection. Let me just customize our route again. All right, so we're gonna be visiting all of these places. Most of them are all basically magic or dragon stuff related, so I didn't want to go too far, and we can do that on another pilgrimage and whatnot. So let's go. 281. Earn more piety. We're kind of good on the piety, I think. All right, yep, appropriate. And we're just gonna go. What is this? A fresh start. I'm pleased to embark. And now more than ever. Rael approaches me nervously as I'm settling. Unfortunately, since you're choosing to take Valyrian, those of us are not dragon arts will not be able to join you. So all of these guys leave our entourage, and now it's time for us to go through all this. I don't think I'll be leaving reading all of the stuff, so you guys can just pause and read when we get to these, but Lands of the Long Summer. But I will read this one. The horizon shifts. Ash gray cliffs rise over sun-bleached coastlands, and the wind carries the distant scent of salt, sulfur, and old power. You have crossed into the lands of the Long Summer, where Valyria's shadow once stretched across the known world. The sky seems heavier here, the air thicker with stories untold and legacies undone. To set foot in these lands is to tread between greatness and grave. What remains is but the ghost of glory, roads choked with blackened vine, marble halls shattered and half-sunken, and statues worn smooth by centuries of ash storms. Nothing stirs but the wind through broken colonnades. The doom did not simply kill a people, it unraveled their very memory. Yet even in ruin, the bones of power remain. Perhaps the land remembers more than the living. Alright, and we'll deal with all of our perks and things if we get any afterwards. Discovery of magic lore. Through the caprice of old gods, you have found a hidden cache of learning. Old scrolls and dusty books. This is a supreme opportunity, a chance to learn deep from ancient lore. It is time to decide what you will do. Will you take up these ancient secrets and become a mage? where they consign these occult secrets to the pits of hell. Well, obviously we're gonna learn from it. Learn the arts of the higher mysteries. Yeah. Fragments of the Doom. This one you can read, so you can pause here and then you can pause here and read the last of it. Something's wrong over there. And we've discovered more magic. But I don't even know why I'm bothering doing that. In the perfumed city of Lys, renowned for its exquisite courtesans and deadly poisons, you gain entry to a secluded alchemical workshop. The air within is a heady mix of exotic blossoms and chemical reagents. Here, amongst alembics and retorts, shimmering glass, you discover text etched into the silver plates. They contain the mysteries of transmutation, a dangerous art that goes beyond simple alchemy. The text describes not only the changing of lead to gold, but the alteration of flesh, the creation of unparalleled beauty, and the brewing of potions that can transform a person's very nature. The power to reshape the world and one itself is a tempting poison. Speaking of which, let's just take a look. Yeah, we're gonna take that. Read that. Mystery of Vitality, monthly learning experience, monthly learning lifestyle, transmutation gold, mystery of development. I think we gotta decipher these, so we'll take a look at all of them afterwards. Magic lore, Temple of Trade. In the heart of Volantis, within the humming confines of the Temple of Trade, where fortunes are won and lost on whispers, and sealed parchments, you notice a strange anomaly. A series of ledgers seemingly detailing mundane shipments of grain and timber contain an intricate cipher. Following the trail leads you to a hidden compartment in the temple's vaults. Inside are not coins, but alchemical treatises bound in fine leather. The mysteries of growth, detailing methods to accelerate the growth of crops, the breeding of beasts, and even the accumulation of wealth. Mine. Oh man, we've already discovered all this magic. I wanted to read the magic ones, but we're just getting all of them, huh? The Zabti Bastion, the great Dragonstone fortress of Tyrosh, is a monument to Valyrian might and Tyroshi greed. Black walls veined with unsettling red have witnessed centuries of scheming by ambitious archons. While exploring a disused section of the battlements, you discover a wall that feels unnaturally cold and seems to absorb the light around it. Prying loose an oily black stone reveals a hidden repository. Inside, scrolls written on cured hide speak not of trade or dyes, but of the mysteries of the cloying shadow. This is a sinister art, a magic of subtle suffocation, of weaving shadows that drain not just light, but ambition and vitality from rivals. Oh. Yeah, we'll take that and more. One sec. All right, sorry, I had to get a drink there. In the labyrinthine streets of Myr, a city renowned for its lace and intricate glasswork, you find yourself amidst a district of ancient shadow buildings. One particular unremarkable glassblower's workshop holds an unusual warmth, even when its furnaces are cold. Investigating further, you discover a hidden vault beneath the workshop, concealed by cunningly crafted mirrored glass. Inside, shielded from prying eyes, are brittle scrolls and etched glass tablets, written in the High Valyrian dialect unknown even to many maesters, speak of the mysteries of the revealing fire. Ooh. A subtle analytical form of pyromancy capable of illuminating deceptions, uncovering hidden truths, and even seeing through the veils of intricate schemes. Or, well, obviously we claim. And let's take a look at all these scrolls we'll be getting. Scholastic guilds. 300 gold. Observatory duchy building. Delayed by 5 days, that's fine. Increased knowledge. Yeah, sure, we can delay 5 days. We're flying, right? Oh, we made it to Dragonstone at least. And we're stealing their magics. In the fused stone of the keep, there are many secrets concealed from old Valyria. Hidden behind locks of blood in a cavern of smoothest fused Valyrian stone is a repository of the most arcane of the lore of blood magic, the secrets of dragons. Among the scrolls and tomes of arcane lore, you spot 5 scrolls in Valyrian script, thrumming with arcane power. Spark leaps to your fingertips as you reach to grasp them. At last you have found some of the lore of Lost Valyria, the lore of how to shape the flesh of dragons, which is contained within these 5 scrolls. We'll gain more, and our dragon lore increases. Fragments of the Doom. You guys can pause here. And now you can pause here to read the rest. What unsettling things have you found? I have walked the holy path. I don't consider this holy. Speaking of which, who's a lord of Dragonstone at the moment anyway? Aemon the Spark Targaryen. Aemon Valyrian. Aegon. Visenya. Too far away to interact with, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would try to, I guess, get a marriage with us. Oh, Daenerys the Dreamer died of spring sickness. Rest in peace. Alright. Now I'm finally here in the Flame Temple of Dragonstone. We have our son, a magic prodigy, hint of Valyrian beauty, enduring, and a genius, huh? Valyrian. It's a little too close to our dragon's name. Plus, oh yeah, we were gonna name after dragons. So, what's a good dragon? You know what? We'll go with Umbrasyl. If anyone knows where that came from, good on you. The Guide of the Pilgrim. What's this one? Your pilgrimage becomes more worldly. Pay 5 to Maekar. You become the owner of the Pilgrim's Guide. Let me take a look. Becomes more worldly. Farmer Thor shall guide me. I don't really need that book. Let's see if we can get anything here. King Gaemon has a lovely residence that he so kindly allowed me to visit. We could try to get Manius to join us, but nah, it's fine. Maybe I should hire him. Nah. 29 stress. I want to lose stress. How much stress do we have? Could we afford the 29? Yeah, all right, we'll take it. We're not going to recruit him because he's not that useful. As I walk through the streets of Dragonstone, I have wares. My lord has coin. Pay 20 golds and we'll gain exotic wares, huh? Tell me what exactly exotic wares that can be sold back home. Remarkably exotic wares. 50 gold. You know what? Let's go with that and see if we can Master Materis, he's just a dog. Dragonstone, it has been an honor. We gained a sheltered pilgrim. Don't really care that we didn't really focus on trying to make it more worldly. Fragments of the Doom. You can pause here. And then you can pause here. Keep going over there. Maybe we'll still get stuff. Oh, well, here we are in Harrenhal. Mental domination. Within the gargantuan scorched ruins of Harrenhal, which hasn't been built, and so this doesn't make sense, but you know what? It's fine. It's still the God's Fort. Weird Gaze, God's Road, God's Fort. Upstream, Richfield, Worth River. Still probably my favorite place back in the CK2 version of Game of Thrones to have. It was always between Harrenhal doing that little quest line, you know, of breaking the curse, or going up to like going over here and doing where is it? Wonder if it's in here. I don't think so. Nysar. Which, this is like, the Royne. Dagger Lake. I don't think the Sorrows are here just yet. But yeah. Nysar was actually my favorite place in, Essos to build up. But, anyway. Within the gargantuan scorched ruins of Harrenhal, a place of misery and despair, you sense a lingering power behind a slab of melted stone in the sorrowfully named Widow's Tower, which doesn't exist. We're magic and we're time traveling. There we go. The magics of and curses of Harrenhal transcend time and space. Yeah. Inside, a single perfectly preserved tome rests on a pedestal. It is bound in what looks disturbingly like human skin. The book details the mysteries of mental domination. The dark legacy of Harren the Black. Speaking of which, who is ruling? I'm just curious. Harlan. Alright, so there's Corwin the Cunning. And Harlan or Harmend. Harwin. I'm not entirely sure who Harren is. Who his father is. I don't even know. No, we would be like 200 years, right? Before even Harren would be born, so it's not even worth looking at here. Because we have Auric Dondarrion. Durandon. Sorry about that. Garland the Loyal, the Gardener. I always like looking at the ancient like founders and kings of all the houses. So it's always good to see where people are and if there's any that I actually recognize, you know? Tyrion the Trickster. Tommen the Lion King. He's the one who went to Valyria with Bright Roar and didn't come back. And then Daemon. The Silent Falcon. I don't really know anything about the Arryns. They've kind of always kept to themselves, let's be honest. Jorah Stark, Brandon the Bad, Walton the Moon King, Bridegroom, and Arryn. And then Jorah, who is your heir? Rhea Stark, who's married to a Manderly, Jonal, and then Alaric. No, it's Artos the Implacable I got it mixed up with real quick in my head. Alright, in the meantime, Fragments of the Doom. You can pause and read this if you so wish. Touched by the Stars. I don't think we actually have this. So I don't think we actually have been gaining any experience for the Touched by the Stars stuff. Because we don't have it. Alright, that's something I probably have to add ourselves. That's why we don't have any Magi drops. Alright. No one is touched by the stars. So I'll have to, yeah, add it ourselves. Because that's what I was missing. Alright, that's fine. That's fair. And then I'll just have to add, like, I don't know, maybe up to level 1 for the trade experience. With all the ones we've been getting, I think at least one's what we would have. Magic in the Citadel. Many hours scouring the rotting archives and depths of the Citadel, you have found it. A singular rotting scroll of aged parchment. Marked by the many years that have passed and encoded in scripts of runes learned among the sorcerer princes of Valyria. Art of blood magic. And then Fragments of Doom if you wish to pause and read. Other Fragments of Doom if you wish to pause and read. The Red Comet Comes. Oh shit, okay. As the dreams born in the shadow of Valyria's ruins fester in your mind, you begin to see. You cannot say in which world this might be real, but you know that in at least one, the beast haunting your vision sought to make Valyria its instrument of power. You have witnessed the unfolding of rituals, rivers of blood shed to blind unrealities in the fabric of the real. The stone that weeps its black haze became, in your visions, a consuming fog so thick that life itself cannot endure its survival. But is this the truth? How could such horrors have brought about the fall of this once mighty empire? Surely this must be the delusion of a mind weakened by its journey into the abyss. In other visions, you see the fires of the mountains roar to life, as entities beyond mortal comprehension clash in the conceptual space that binds the cosmos. Fire and ice sought to consume one another, and their struggle left the world scarred. In one reality, a wall of ice, taller than the grandest castle, rose to shield the world from the onslaught. In another, mountains of fire unleashed a flame so potent it burned concepts themselves into oblivion. And yet in another vision, the god of your nightmares, a monstrous being grasping maw, was invoked in pursuit of vaunted immortality. But all it brought was unfathomable magic, with fire as the vehicle of destruction and consumption. You cannot discern which of these visions, if any, is the true reality, or if all are merely fragments of countless possibilities. But one thing you know with certainty: the doom of Valyria was intertwined with the struggles of uncaring star gods, forces so vast and indifferent that they transcended human understanding. And having seen them, you cannot unsee. Having glimpsed their forms, you feel yourself irrevocably changed. Something in your very essence has shifted. You have become something else. Something altered at the most basic conceptual level of your being. I am changed. And then we gain Acolyte. Oh, we lost our dog. I don't miss you, Dracon. And then the water gardens, let's just see. Touched by the stars. An Acolyte. So now we can learn about the higher magics of the stuff we've been finding. So we have all of these scrolls. I guess we'll have to learn from them after this, but let's see here. Amidst the tranquil beauty of the water gardens, where the air is thick with the scent of jasmine and the murmur of flowing water, you stumble upon a hidden alcove. Behind the cascading fountain, a concealed entrance leads to a small damp chamber. Here, tucked away in waterproof niches, lie scrolls not of Dornish history, but of ancient Valyrian script. Sorry, my nose is a little stuffy. The parchment, though old, seems to hum with a subtle energy, and as you unroll one, you realize it speaks of the mysteries of the crushing waters, a form of magic tied to the manipulation of liquids and the hidden currents beneath the world. The secrets of water weaving, long thought lost, now lie before you. Study the scroll! And then Valyria. You stand upon the edge of a legend. Valyria, once the heart of an empire, cradle of dragons and seat of arcane might, now lies before you. The land breathes strange and slow. Its sky is tinted by ancient ash and heat. No map can guide you here. Only the weight of history and the caution of those who know how high greatness soared and how far it fell. Some dared return. Among obsidian rubble and shattered dragon roads, new foundations rise. Brave or mad souls walk the old ways again, taming pockets of stable ground and rebuilding atop cursed soil. The ghosts of the freehold linger, but so too does promise. This is not the Valyria of old, but it may yet become something new. And that is an idea that I have, so that is actually really, really good for us. And we should be keep up finding circuits, and we are home. And then we can immediately ride Valyrian. 8 stress, 4 stress. I might as well get as much training as I can with Valyrian then. Now we can save up for hunting and lower the rest of our stress. But with that, we're gonna end it here. We'll take a look at everything we've gained, the perks, the scrolls, everything else on our trip, and then next time we will also prepare for war with Valyria. Time for us to start planning for the future. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I know it's longer than most, but I'll try to make up for missing last week. So leave any comments and suggestions down below, and as always, leave a like if you like, leave a dislike if you dislike, but tell me why, and I shall see you all later.